The thing is, from a Sheffield United perspective, you don't give the ball away in midfield.
Right.
You don't give the ball away in transition against a team like Manchester City, who can just get forward as quickly as they do. And you saw that. And then, as I mentioned in the highlight, the run of Alvarez is a little bit of a nothing run, in all honesty. You deal with that if the ball gets to Alvarez. But Robertson kind of peels out and is almost expecting the ball to go there. And honestly, I think Mahrez is a little bit surprised that he's just allowed that kind of freedom. So those little details, giving the ball away, picking up or dealing with the runner only when the ball gets there. Again, you talk about the learning curve and the experience for Sheffield United. I think it could be invaluable to their 14s next season. But as of right now, it just feels like a bitter pill to swallow.
Like it or not, I've been told that our technical issues with Nedum have been fixed. Nedum, this City machine just keep marching on.
Yeah, they certainly do. I think overall it's a very professional performance today, especially given the fact, as I tried to say earlier in the second half, that Sheffield United didn't register a shot. And this isn't a Sheffield United side that have been struggling in a league. Like, they're second in the Championship, and come August they will be back in that Premier League. So I think it was very well done with the changes that they had. I thought there were some good performances by players that don't play every single week. You mentioned Mahrez. I thought Gomez did well today. And then those other players as well managed to just do their job and they were clinical when they needed to be. I think it's great to see Mahrez scoring a hat-trick. Obviously, we don't see that a lot in FA Cup semi-finals, so that was good. And yeah, Guardiola will be happy. The players, maybe they were a little bit tired at the start of the game, but come the end, they were making the right decisions. They were disappointing Sheffield United. And it got to a point where, from where we were, the belief was just leaving Sheffield United as that second goal went in, because they knew that they were outclassed from a tactical standpoint, a technical standpoint, and every time they pressed, they were beaten. So before you know it, they were caught in between a rock and a hard place. So fair play to City, they've done it, but as they know, there's still one more game to go in this competition and quite a few more in the others. But it's a big checkbox, and the confidence is certainly there going into the game on Wednesday.
Sheffield United, Nedum, they'll be disappointed, won't they, with the manner in which, in fact, they conceded all 3 goals?
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's such a bad mistake in that first half, giving City the goal, and you kind of think it's going to be uphill for them at that point. But then for the second one, being stripped in midfield, that's tough. And then the defending, it's a shame for Johnny Egan, Jack Robinson. They've been so good for Sheffield United so far this season, but everything about it was wrong. From Egan allowing Mahrez to essentially just take a big touch and go away from him, and Jack Robinson's body position meant that he could never really affect the play. And how do you expect a player? It's weird that a player can be running and be able to just be one-on-one with your goalkeeper when everyone else should be in a sort of better position, maybe force the ball out wide. But like I say, it's not indicative of what they've been this season, so they will be disappointed because they know they can do better. I think losing to Man City is not the worst thing in the world, but the way in which they sort of conceded some of those goals is a shame. But ultimately, next season, when they're in the Premier League, should they win on Wednesday themselves, they won't be judged based on how they perform against Man City. And it is a lesson, but thankfully you don't have 38 games just like that, like they've had today.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.